hosteling. Literally, Colombia is my first time trying out hostels, traveling with like staying in hostels. Every hostel I booked through Hostel World, and I made sure to read the things to know, and just like the entire information portion of every hostel that I've stayed at. I only read reviews if I'm like if the rating is kind of sketchy, like if it's like 8, like because it's on a 1 to 10 scale. So if the rating is like at an 8, then okay, I'll read the reviews to see why it's at an 8. But if it's like superb, like 9.5, 9.8, 9.7, some stuff like that, like I won't read it, or I'll just read the the main. I won't thoroughly go through the reviews is what I mean. I'll just read the main, like all the information that the hostel gives you, and then like the first couple of reviews that's up there. And of course the first couple of reviews are the positive ones. I get to this hostel, okay? First of all, it's like off in the cut. But the island isn't too big, but it's far. It's not, from the main stuff, like it's far. From supermarkets, stuff like that, it's very tucked away. Then I get there, Wi-Fi is trash. The lady goes to show me around. She shows me to my room and like tells me to pick a bunk. I pick a bunk. Here's the thing. Obviously, you see I'm out here traveling. I've been traveling non-stop with COVID and everything going on. I'm not so super, COVID. That's not me at all. But I think I was just annoyed because it was the fact that like, y'all are really, I don't want to say unprofessional, but it's just like here, like, I don't know, like, whatever. So I pick my bunk and she decides to climb into my bunk with her clothes on. Now, just in general, I don't even think it's about COVID. Like, I could throw the whole COVID shit in there, but just in general, I feel a little weird about sitting on people's beds and stuff like that with street clothes on. Like, I was just raised in one of those households where it's like street clothes, I think about it. Just like same way you think about, like, I was raised in one of those households, you think about, should I take my shoes off when you get to the door? Like you ask those questions. That's the kind of person I am. So for you to be someone who you've been out here, it's nighttime, you just been out here in your street clothes. I don't know where you've been sitting, where you've been going, what you've been doing. It's not like this place is so super clean. And you out here in your street clothes and you go climbing your ass into my bunk to show me what? A socket. That's plain as day. Shorty, you could have pointed. But okay, whatever. Like, I low-key thought, like, she go climbing into my bunk and I had to catch myself, like, chill out, not everybody is raised like that, I told them, I'm vegan. Their menu had very limited vegan options, but, whatever. They had this vegan burger that I asked, the chef, he recommended that, or the owner, I don't know if he was the owner, the chef, what he was, but he recommended the veggie burger to me because he was saying there's a baba ganoush sauce on it. And it's really good. And now me, I've had baba ganoush before. I know what baba ganoush tastes like. I like baba ganoush. So I'm like, oh, bet, like, that's what's up, let's do it. This burger and fries. Now, my bun was molded, but that's okay, whatever. I asked for my burger, and there's no baba ganoush on the fucking burger. The only thing that made me be like, let me go ahead and just go ahead and do it, was the baba ganoush. There was no baba ganoush on the burger. So I go and I'm like, sir, do you have the baba ganoush sauce? Like, there's no baba ganoush cheese. Oh, it's on there. I show him the burger. He's like, oh, it's this stuff. It's this that you see on there. It's just that, the burger has been sitting, so it kind of soaked up into the patty. But as of right now, we're actually out of any more baba ganoush, so we only have a little bit. But tomorrow, there'll be plenty of baba ganoush. I had to stop myself from, like, that burger did not have baba ganoush on there. Like, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Let me chill out because whatever. That was annoying. Next day, okay, now I have my groceries. I got my water. They charged me $5 a night for unlimited tap water. Like, why are you selling tap water? Oh, the bottles? Oh no, we have this bucket right here of water. You have a bucket of water right here? This bucket was so trifling. This bucket was so trifling, they damn near was just telling you to buy their bottles of water. I'm talking leak in the establishment bucket of water. I'm talking you had to take a cup to scoop your water up out that motherfucker. I'm supposed to drink out this bucket of water, and you're gonna charge me $5 a night for it? They ended up not giving me access to the kitchen. I go to the guy and I'm like, hey, well, I'm vegan, you know, I can't really eat a lot of the food that you guys had. I had your burger yesterday. Honestly, I didn't like it, and it wasn't what I expected it to be, and I'm not interested in eating any of your food. So I'd like to make my own meal. If you don't want me in the kitchen, you know, can they maybe make my food for me? Something like that. He's super just like didn't care. Like, yeah, it just is what it is. Like, why? The pool was dirty. There was no access to hot water, but even at the next hostel I went to, there was no hot water, so I think they just don't have hot water here on the island. I don't know. This is the thing, like, I didn't really know that they didn't give you access to the kitchen, but every time I would try and go in the kitchen, they would be really weird about it. Like, I don't know, they would just be really weird about it. So the next morning I had asked for them to, like, I asked for a knife so I can cut my dragon fruit. Honestly, it was a different color, so I didn't know for sure if it was a dragon fruit, but it was. I asked for them to hand me a knife. So this lady, she cuts my dragon fruit open with a dirty knife and then proceeds to take her bare fingers, y'all, and like digs to peel, like, you know how you peel an orange? I'm about to eat this. And I don't know where the fuck your hands just been. You did not wash your hands. You just cut my shit with a dirty knife. And now you're just gonna go digging in, like, you're trying to peel my dragon. And I'm, okay, thanks. Like, okay, I peel, okay. And then I go, and she's like not letting go of the piece that she's peeling. She ends up pulling off the entire piece that she peels and like goes sucking on, like eating on, like, sis, I didn't come here to share my food with you. And then for later on in the day, now all of a sudden y'all telling me how you don't got access to the kitchen, but you was just eating on my shit. It was ratchet. That's why, it was ratchet. Let me go. I'm about to go on this flight. I'll come back to you with extra info when I get to Cartagena. You know, you try to plan ahead. That's one thing that I've been learning about, at least my life specifically. You fuck around and try to plan ahead and you sell yourself short. Because, you know, if I just live in the moment, I always have the most abundant experience in just living in the moment. Things just fall into your lap and it's like, whoa. And when you did the most trying to plan ahead, you've actually sold yourself short. And just, you know, what you ended up planning for is all you get. And the fact of the matter is we don't know everything. So none of us do. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, there are certain things you're just not gonna know, and you trying to know everything you're only gonna set yourself back, period. Or you're gonna sell yourself short, period.